Do you want to grab it and then I'll hold the live down? We're live now.
Oh, okay.
All right, perfect timing. Borracho. I learned that. I learned some Spanish from Lily on Christmas time, where it says borracho means drunk in Spanish. We're playing the Loteria game, but yeah, white guy at the Christmas party winning the game. That was pretty cool. But anyway, you guys can barely see me on here. I got a weird angle today. YouTube, you guys are used to seeing me head on. You guys aren't really used to seeing me over here. So if you're seeing me, I'm right here. TikTok, I can barely read the questions, so Lily's gonna have to pick up those questions over there, most likely. And it's for the TikTok views. Watch, I'm gonna get fucking flagged. I already know it.
Okay.
So anyway, I was just filling everyone in that I was winning the Loteria game, and I said I say it like a white guy. So, and then also thank you for my Christmas gift. It's a nice addition to the set. Oh wait, they can't see it. That one.
On TikTok?
TikTok can't see it because it's a different angle. But there's a sign up that she got me. It's behind you. Oh yeah, here. Lean your head.
Like this?
That one. Yeah, she got me that. But you guys can't see it on this angle. It's just things are a little bit different.
Oh, because that's YouTube and then this is TikTok. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
So I got the two screens. So that's why you see me get overwhelmed and overstimulated whenever we're doing the lives. And we're a little bit late. We're supposed to be 12 as usual. Then we moved it to 1:30. Then we moved it to 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a busy day. As you know, we don't really get to work out very often. We got to work out together today. Well, we work out often, but just not together. So we did that. And then we meal prep together. And yeah, it was basically a lot of running around. We didn't get to do what we were going to do. So we're like, hey, you know what? We're going to get to the Manifest Your SP video, which we've done a couple times already.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to add to the opening?
I mean, I'm glad to be here. I always think twice to come in here. I'm always very iffy and shy to come in here. So it's been a couple times that he had asked me to be in here, but I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, but so it takes me a while in order to be in here. So maybe a couple drinks, but
yeah, you did really good when we were at.
Some juice right here.
Yeah. You did really good when we were at the cabin together. We did the cabin one, and the cabin one was your idea. Actually, this was your idea, but we just haven't gotten around to it yet. You brought up doing them together.
And that was like almost a month ago.
It was like a month or so ago, and it's like every time we tried, it's just something will keep coming up. Mondays you work is when I usually go live, and then holiday parties and stuff like that. So it didn't really plan out that way. Plus when we were together with my rehab and stuff like that on Fridays.
Plus I'm on vacation. So
and you're on vacation.
Kind of works out.
Yeah, winds up working out way better. So we got that. If you guys have questions, feel free to jump in. I don't even know if we have a viewer. No, 0 viewers there, 1 viewer here. All right, so we're not really hitting the mark.
I mean, maybe because a lot of people are back to work.
They're probably back to work and
it's kind of hard to watch it while you're at work or whatever situation it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that's why most people on YouTube they'll do the rewatch, and then TikTok the viewers don't really cross over. So what I do is I take the clips, I put them on there, and then hopefully it promotes people to go back to YouTube where the whole video is.
Yeah.
But yeah, from there we got that. So if anything, all of it will be recorded, so we can focus on this screen more. You guys are just fly on the wall at this point.
Yeah, they'll be either like looking and they'll scroll up and maybe comment it or whatever.
Yeah, it's like it keeps coming up and then it keeps asking me.
It goes on and off. It's okay. You know how TikTok is.
Yeah, TikTok wants you to ask all those people to co-host you. Basically, it's like I don't know who any of them are. It's like saying, make them host with you. But if you guys have questions, I know we got 1 viewer here. If you got questions, feel free to ask it. And then with that, we can recap it. And if anyone asks the same question later, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So I came prepared with notes.
We'll see. We could like ask the questions or answer have a good answer for the question.
Yeah, and you can ask me questions if you want to, but I don't know how much that will help people. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are more like. I mean, I guess it goes vice versa. I mean, with guys and girls and stuff like that. But
I mean, I learned a lot through this whole manifesting thing that men and women go through. Like, as a man, you think, women are all out to play you. But then you work with women clients, and it's like, God damn, they get played sometimes worse than we do at times. It's like, and then like you talk to the guys, it's like, well, I'm just protecting myself. You talk to women, they're just nobody is actually evil. Everyone's just what I've learned, protecting themselves or loving, showing love the way that they know how to.
Yeah.
Or like, so what looks like shit might not actually be shit. It's like they don't understand it because they've never received love the right way.
It's kind of hard. It's very difficult to like give a person or a relationship a chance. I think because of what they've been through, like their past bad experience relationships or whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to kind of get like back on the boat or back on the train, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's kind of hard. It takes time.
Yeah.
But it is also hard because you don't know if that person have the patience to just like give you the patience to be like, okay, I'll give you some time. In the meantime, we'll try to, just hang out or whatever. And a lot of people don't have the patience for that.
And it's like they're
like, oh, you know what, whatever. This is not for me then. So it's just hard for people nowadays to give it a chance.
Right. And it's like people like that, they'll get, I mean, I was in the same boat too. It's like, you're thinking, it's like, I'm ready to put all my effort into this. But when you say, let's just take a day at a time, you're taking it as maybe there isn't. I mean, in some cases, some cases, there is somebody else involved.
Yeah.
But like, you're trying to think that, like, I want you just to focus on me because I'm focusing on you. And then if you don't give me all that attention, then I'm going to be automatically assuming the worst and not giving it 100%. I think that's a little bit more like from a guy's point of view. We're willing to just like, you know what? This is great. Rep, take her to go. This will be my one.
Yeah.
Like, guys are more quick with it. Like, I feel like guys catch feelings faster than women. But then but that was something I always felt. But then I've met a lot of women clients and it's like, now they kind of fall faster than we do sometimes. But it's like, I think it's just, again, it's not men and women. It's a person thing. Like, some people catch feelings faster than others. And it's just where you are at that point. Like, when we were broken up a few times, there were people, it's like they were women ready just to throw everything down for me, and my mind was still focused on you. So it's like, I'm not in that place where it's like, I'm there. I'm like, I'm here to be a player, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's it. I'm going to do my business and feel good for a few minutes and go home. Like, and then I'm going to be depressed again. Like, so like, it just depends on where, like, both people have to be at the same place, or one has to be willing to be patient and then look for the good in them.
It's kind of complicated.
Right. Yeah. And then it's also, you fall in love with an idea a lot of times too. This is more philosophical, but you kind of fall in love with an idea more than a person, I feel like. At times, like, I was coming from a place of massive depression when I met you. So I fell in love with the idea of like, oh, here's a person that's not fucking depressing, and my whole life is.
Well, I mean, it all depends though. Like, for me, when we first met, I know that's one of your questions.
Yeah.
What do you think when we first met?
She read the questions already. She didn't want to be on the spot.
I'm just putting it out there. You can scratch that out of your question.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the first question is, what did you think when you met me?
Yeah. So when we first met, we were at the gym. I had recently broken up with the relationship I had not that long ago. And I was just, I'm already have been hitting the gym as it is, but my schedule was totally different or whatever. And I had just had a broken up with the relationship. That was on me. I broke it off or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was, I guess, like, I'm whatever. I'm like, I have been through different, like, we have had past lives before. I did have said that I have been through like different relationships. And for me, it has become easier to overcome a relationship, especially if they're serious relationships and if you're in love with the person or whatever. I had learned to overcome like serious relationships that I've been with because of the experiences I had. Plus I'm older and with kids and a granddaughter.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of easier. Easy, but then not easy because it's easier for me to just like, okay, it was not meant to be. It is what it is. I don't know. You don't like that. It's like, what? Yeah, but it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep on going, keep on living, and I had just focused on myself. And it's like, if I meet somebody, by all means, okay. If not, it's okay, So I was just working out, whatever, whatnot. There was, and then all of a sudden, I have known a person there, one of our like gym friends, Julie, and
Kind of speaks to our age difference too. As my friend's dad and her,
and
like,
I mean,
close to
yeah, just a regular gym friend or
Yeah.
whatever, And he's like, oh yeah, I have a friend or whatever, do you want to meet? I'm like, cool, whatever, I don't care.
And I just actually met my friend's dad like a month before that. So like I had only met him a handful of times.
So then he brought me to him. No,
he brought me to you.
he went to get you.
Yeah.
Because he had told me about it.
I wasn't going to meet you because.
No, he had told me about you, and then he brought you with me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, this is, Nick, this is Lily, whatever, what not. Shirley knows all the
knows everybody.
Gym members.
Yeah. And what was funny is because I told him I wasn't going to go. I'm like, look, I'm dealing with a heartbreak because you guys know my story too. I was like in love with somebody and nothing ever came of it. It's like that relationship that could have been, and you start beating yourself up. It's like, I never even got a kiss. I didn't do any of this. Like, it was like someone who I thought was like, oh, this would be perfect for my life. Like, because she's got all this similar stuff to my family. And then basically she was gone, and then I got really upset. I was going through some bad stuff in life, and I tore my pec, and then I was like I'm like, you know what, by my birthday, this was a manifestation. I said, by my birthday, I'll be back in the gym. And I wind up back at the gym, and I said, I prayed in the car. I'm like, God, give me someone to help because I don't even want to be on this planet anymore. And, or give me a purpose. And I guess in a way it turned out to be a purpose because then the channel came from all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I said that prayer to God, and then I go inside, and then Chili's like, oh, come on. He goes, I got to show you someone. I'm like, no. And then he goes, here, bring my bag. And then I'm like, and I know at that gym, someone will steal your bag. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, God damn it. And I pick up his bag. And then you said something like, oh, is this like you say like your pack mule or something? I made some kind of joke, I think. I wrote it down when we first met. I wrote you a book. We made like a joke about like carrying his bag. I'm like, no, because he's going to get robbed. Then like I throw it back by his feet. And then then we're introduced. And I didn't think nothing. I'm just like, okay, it's just a woman.
It
was
just like,
woman.
Whatever, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I didn't mind meeting gym friends because, I love the gym, whatever, It was like, okay, another person, another friend, whatnot. I mean, it was like a whatever. I don't really care.
That's how I felt too.
Like I'm saying, I'm open-minded. I'm open to whatever. I don't care. And, but yeah, after that, somehow we kind of like always kept bumping into each other.
At the same workout, I went there to do shoulders.
After that, then Chili left, and then we were just like looking at each other, like, oh, whatever, And then after that, we started talking, joking around, Even that day, we just went out too and hang out. We started joking. I was like, whatever, Sometimes you risk things.
Yeah. And you thought I was your age.
I mean, I thought, for real though. Yeah. I thought he was a little bit, not even your age. But
no, I was 23 when you met me. You thought I was 35.
But I remember, I think did Chili say?
He told you I'm younger. That's it though.
Yeah. And then I was like, wait, how much younger though? And you're like, and then you're like, no, but then you're like, oh, and then you're like, you asked me, oh, guess how old I am.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, like 35 or give or take.
I've been 35 since I was 16.
Give or take, 35, give or take. I was like, and then he was just like, no, I'm 23. Younger. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, 23.
I'm like, no freaking way. He's like, and then you said you were what, 23, right?
Yeah, I was 23 and you were 38.
And I was like, no freaking way. Yeah. You're not 23.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm 23. I was like, oh my God, this is a child. Mind you, this, I'm 43 years old now.
Now you are.
But back in the day, I was, let me see, I was like 38.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe even 37. You may have turned 38 in that first summer, that September, like when we were like.
So I was like, oh damn.
Because I maybe close to 24 because my birthday is at the end of March. So like, and I met you in the first or second week of April. Mm-hmm. And it was like, one of my first times back at the gym, and I just said that, and then basically we did keep running into each other. You're like, are you following me? And I'm like, no, because I was lost. Like I'm injured, so I don't even know what to do. Like I couldn't do one push up or one pull up at that point. Mm-hmm. So I was like trying to do stuff, and like I was on like the one I was like this, doing my lateral raises.
I was like, what are you doing?
Well, here's the thing. I do my lateral raises on the machine, and I do them backwards. So I faced her, and she was on this leg kickback machine. The way the gym was laid out, we just happened to be next to each other. And then like I started talking to her. I'm like, you need some help on leg day or something? She, oh, you can work out with me. I'm like, yeah, because I don't really have a plan, and at least I could do my legs.
Yeah.
And we started working, and then my
now
pickup,
that's your excuse.
yeah, and my oh yeah, and then almost 4 years later, I go through a similar injury on my right side now, and then you were there for me during that time. Like you just met me at my recovery point, but yeah, it's just funny how life goes in cycles like that.
It does, and then I guess after that, yeah, we kind of hit it off, and we just started hanging out, and just
like
to me, honestly, I was just enjoying myself at the end of the day, because I, like, mind you this, I had Bernie was done with the relationship, and it was a serious relationship, but it wasn't that relationship up and down for like 3-4 years, I might say. And yeah, it was kind of hard and kind of complicated. So like I said, like, like I said, whatever it is, it's, I don't mind meeting friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I just wanted, like me, I always have learned just to keep my mind distracted with all that stuff that I've been through with the relationship, or whatever. The gym is my other home. My gym is my other distraction. My gym is my therapy, whatever. And it's been there for me. And I took it, when I met him, I took it as like, whatever, and we just went with the flow. We started to hang out, little by little, we started to get to know each other a bit more. We both got to enjoy ourselves a lot.
Fantasies.
We did a lot of things together in the first week, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Stuff that I wanted to do, and stuff that, at the end of the day, he wanted to do. And it was like, damn, it's crazy. And I'm like, all right, whatever, I just took it as like, whatever. Just enjoying my life. I'm freaking 43. I'm not going to be miserable
37
or go, be at home. No, but I'm saying, like, I'm just trying to tell people that just because you went through a really bad situation, no matter what it is, relationship-wise or whatever other situation, if that doesn't have to be a relationship.
Right.
It doesn't.
Any bad experience.
Whatever bad experience is, like, you just need to keep on going on and moving on and just keep on going, and try to enjoy life.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like. And at the end, if whatever it is meant to be a person, thing, or whatever, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
If not, then it's not meant to be, and a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah. Well, that's like a big thing of all of us. We don't get it, where it's like, look at my thing was, I was shut out with you. It was never going to happen, but it did. So maybe then that's like the whole chicken or the egg thing. What came first? It's like, was it always meant to be, or was it because our thoughts persisted? At the end of the day, what I've learned is, like, your thoughts persisted on something, it was meant to be. It's like, because there's a reason you don't break away from something.
Right.
So let me see. We got some questions over here. If you hold on, I'm gonna get to your question in a second. I'm gonna do this in order. So I see we got one from Liz here, and we'll go to Brooke. There's the reminder to post on Mystic twice a day, or once a day, both things. But your watch keeps making me think of PlayStation's dropping a disc. That's the same.
No,
noise.
It's my water reminder.
Yeah, it's like I keep thinking, I'm like, the PlayStation's in the other room.
No, it's my water reminder, guys. It's my water. Wait, hold on. My water reminder.
Yeah. Let's see. Brooke says, yeah, you made the live. Yes, finally we got on here. It's just been a busy day. Josh, what's up, brother? Good to see you. She says, I'm curious to know if she picked up your affirmations that you did when you were in separation. But per law of assumption, won't they become the idea? Because I've thought about this too. Can Nick see the chat? Got it. Yeah, so I did. Gary, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Gary the pilot? Or?
Gary the pilot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be seeing you in 2 weeks or next week, whatever, the 9th. Okay. He's coming to Chicago. Nick is the only coach I trust. Well, I appreciate you, Brooke. I thank you very much.
For real though, because you don't even ask much.
No, I try to be like the Walmart of coaching and keep it cheap and cheaper than other coaches and put out as much. Real coach, I put out so much information.
No, but it is because you know what? Nowadays with these coaches, they just want money, and they just want you like.
They hound these people too.
Yeah,
and when someone's going through something, it's easy to make money on them.
No, well, yeah, because they take advantage of those people, and that's not right.
Yeah,
That is like messed up.
that's what bothers me. So it's like trying to balance with this. You got to balance the ethics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then hold on, I see Garrett. Garrett, you're always in the. Garrett's another good friend from. You're in the Discord, but you don't really make the lives. Garrett's a
Yeah,
good
it's
friend and
kinda hard
client,
for
but
me.
he's usually.
I feel
in the
like
lives.
I'm the one who's more busy than he is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hard
if
because she goes to bed so early.
it's like work, gym, and then I gotta, do my. Yes, I do have chores in my home, so I gotta, me as a crazy I don't know how you call it
ADHD.
Yeah.
OCD. No, you're like OCD with your house has to be
OCD.
a
I
certain
have
way.
to be a perfect,
And she gotta
I
be
hate
in bed by a
clutter.
certain time.
I have to. I feel like my schedule is very. I feel like my schedule has to be really strict.
Yeah.
I gotta be in bed by literally by 8:30
Because I gotta
go
be,
to work the next day.
I gotta be flexible.
Yeah.
Because if I got a
It's kinda
client,
hard.
I get this, that, so I got to jump around.
Yeah, I mean, I know you always tell me like, oh, I
I'll
gotta go to
sacrifice
live or this
Yeah.
and this, and I'm like,
I
gotta go night.
Yeah, she's like OCD.
I gotta go night. I need my like at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, honestly, because I wake up early and then the work and then the gym and then coming home, and then if I have a chance, cook my meals, whatnot. It's I'm trying to
keep it big.
I'm actually considering going to a bodybuilding show if I have a chance to. I didn't want to tell you anything. This is the first time you're listening.
Oh,
but
wow.
I feel like I should. That's why I've been. I'm. Well, one of the things for me is just that I love lifting heavy. I feel so strong and so alive.
Yeah.
So I've been lifting so heavy, and it's like, I was actually telling my daughter, I'm like, I'm happy lifting heavy, and she's like, Mom, I'm like, don't tell me you're gonna get big again. I was like,
but see, this is everyone else's opinion. What makes you happy? But what makes you happy?
Babe, I just said it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was like, I told my daughter, I'm like, it makes me just happy. I'm lifting heavy again, and it's just, I'm like, Mom, are you lifting heavy? Like, you gonna look? I'm like, no, maybe.
Well, luckily,
so it's been in my mind. I don't know, but it's just that's why I kind of look like.
Now you do look beefy. Look at my fat ass lost my definition over the holidays. I'm doing the carnivore diet.
Well, I don't know. I'm still debating.
I think you should, especially.
Give me your opinion, guys. Sorry, babe.
Oh no, you're good. No, I was gonna say you said bodybuilding like I did up on the stage, or you want to do the one with powerlifting?
I don't know.
Because the powerlifting one, I've been to a female powerlifting competition because I went for my friend's competition. He was in the men's, and the women went first. You outlifted every one of those women the other day when we were in the gym. The one who won the competition, you would have won.
Yeah.
And then you tell me no. So I'm gonna.
It's hard because it's hard because you gotta be dedicated into the date, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. So that's why I'm always debating. Like, I try. Like, I really push myself. I drink my water. I try to do my protein meals. I try to my protein shakes, whatever. It's just like 50-50. So I always try to. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still debating.
Well, we'll make it happen if you want to do it. I'll help you push through, and we'll find a date, and I'll even find the competition for you. Because we got to see. I got to stay locked in too, because we're going to see Submission in July. So I could do another show. Yeah. So let's go to the questions, though. We'll ask the first question here, and then I see we got one over here as well from Liz. Okay, we'll do hers in a second, and then Brooke's question. Brooke is first.
First, was it called walk-in first or
whatever? Oh, the walk-ins. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, we got first on the list is Brooke saying, curious to know if she picked up your affirmations. So did you pick up my affirmations? Like, I don't think that you would be picking up like actual thought transmission, but like one of the things thought transmission you would, but it would create a feeling, like she's saying. So like my affirmations were, I'm in love with Lily, so Lily loves me. Lily desires me. Lily misses me. She knows that we're meant to be together. And like, these are all things I was saying to make myself feel good, which is what the affirmations do. They make you feel good. Like you are loved. It's like, Lily loves me as much as I love her. I would just say things like that. And then
I think you did, because sometimes even the little things, like sometimes when when we would get mad, or when we had our arguments or whatever, I felt like, damn, I actually messed this up, like I was you always popped up in my head no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, damn, he's a good person. He did this, he did that, whatever it is. So I mean, I think it did.
Yeah.
I feel like it did.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, I was like, it wouldn't be a different story.
Right.
Because knowing how I used to be back in the day, I would not give like AF about it.
Yeah.
And I would take it like, whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, I can't, like. So I know there was an affirmation in that part.
Yeah.
I feel like I did.
Yeah.
I think I did because I did always think about you when we had our little issues or whatever.
Yeah.
In general.
And even like after the big breakups and stuff too, like, because I know you said you always cut people off.
Because it's like every time I will like be at the gym or like I was at work or whatever, like, oh, me and Nick could be doing that, or me and Nick did this, or me and Nick this and this and that, so it will always pop up.
Yeah. So see, that's a good answer to that question. Now we'll jump over, because then the other thing was just Carrie saying hi. So then over here we got Liz says, if you think that, then you don't know that you are God of your reality. Okay, thanks for that. So, like I said, being God of your reality is like a big manifesting term too. This is a thing where it goes against, like, doesn't go against, but it perceived is like going against Christianity, because that's one of the things on there too. Because we both wear our crosses, we read the Bible, all that stuff. I learned from Neville Goddard. He relates everything through the Bible. But a big term they always say is you're God of your own reality. I always like the term better. You're co-creator with God in your reality, where it's like God has created the universe. This is my theory on it. It's like if God created the universe, he gave us all this power. It's like, in the world, it's like a video game, and he gave us manifesting, where if the game gets too hard, you can create too. Like in the Bible, it's like he spoke, and then he spoke the word, then the word was God. The word was with God, and the word was God. Well, if God lives within you, which that's also said in the Bible too, if God lives within you, this is why I'm gonna do my sermon series, but not right now. But I do agree with that. Yeah, I agree that we're co-creators with God. So I don't know if that was like telling me that I don't know what I'm doing, but thank you again, Brooke. But that Brooke puts me on a better thing with saying I'm a great coach. So I appreciate you, Brooke. Oh, take a pre-break. I'll get some questions. Okay, I'll get the questions going.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I just cleaned the room too, and you guys get to see the garbage and one thing. All right, guys, I'm over here too. So, what's it called? Nick has been genuine through and through with lived experience. I manifested my SP back in, and after taking inspired action, but because this is my fourth time, I'm scared of him returning to the old story. Okay, Brooke, so I'll give you this one too, because I don't think we had any questions over here. I'll answer this question. So in the end, it was 6 times with me and her, maybe more if you count little breakups or whatever. But it wasn't like, there were times where we'd get in a fight and we'd be broken up till the end of the day, and then we'd be like, and she'll vouch for this one too. Like we would get in a fight, and like I believe it's like part of her personality, because at the end of the day, it's my own assumption of like, however you think someone's going to appear in your reality, they are. So I would think, oh, she's going to, like, if I would think she was going to do something to hurt me, it's like, sure enough, that would play out, because I was so convinced that would happen. If I thought we were going to break up again, we would, but then you could switch your thoughts on the dime. There were times I was telling, we break up in the morning, and then like by the end of the night, we're back together. So like, yes, I've manifested six major breakups, probably, maybe 5. It was 6, I think, yeah. Mm-hmm. But then there was like other little minor things where it's like, we would get in fights, and it's like, where did the fights come from? I wasn't trusting what I was teaching, and before I was even coaching the channel, like I was doing this stuff without a coach or anything. I would watch some YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Neville and the Bible are right up there. It's like, I would read those things, and I'd be like, there's something to this. My thoughts would create people. We're all connected. Like there's something to this. So I would keep going back to it. And then I'm like, you know what? Like at the end of the day, we would, I would start, no, we ain't done. She can't get over me. She loves me. And you know what? This is no big deal. And I would do a meditation. I would forgive whatever I was mad about. And then I would picture talking to her and talking it out. Because I had this assumption that we couldn't talk or get along for a long time. And it took a while to drop it. Mm-hmm. And then, what do you call it? So then I would message her, and then we'd go to Portillo's or Chick-fil-A, and we'd have a deep conversation, and then we'd be back together. So
mostly Portillo's, I think.
It was mostly Portillo's. Yeah. Was kind of our place, yeah.
It was.
If you're not from Chicago, Portillo's is a big place. Actually, they expanded. I think my buddy in Texas does that.
Really?
Yeah, he moved to Texas. He said he's got them and Andy's. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but don't let it discourage you. It's like, you have to forgive the old story. It's hard to forget because like those things happen, especially like, I mean, it would be easier for you because you're not coaching or anything. This is why I had problems coaching in the beginning because I was like, I would talk to someone, I would help them through their stuff, and I would be like, hey, here's what's on the other side. Now I get fucking shit happened to me, and I would get mad, and I wouldn't want like. There were times where I was taking a session, and she'd be in another room, and I would wait and hear extra long and be like, oh, I just don't want to go because I had to calm myself down. Otherwise, I'm gonna think negative stuff, and it's like you got to realize this is not the same person. Like the person I fell for is not the person who was doing the bad stuff, and then the person who's here now is completely different. Same with me. It's like you met a depressed fucking fat slob with a missing pec, and then you saw a clingy asshole, and then you saw like a very insecure guy, and then you see me shift to where I am now. So it's like people are always, that's the one thing about life. Life is always changing. People are always changing.
Yeah.
So it's like we see it in the gym all the time with our bodies. It's like, oh, I do this and then that changes. Is you got to be conscious of your mind because everything's always changing in your mind. So I know I kind of deviated off your question mainly, but don't freak out over 4 times. It's like it could be done on 4 times. I'm a living testament. The more you hold on to the old story, the more it's going to be brought back to bite you in the ass. And you could vouch for that too.
Oh yeah.
Because things were good, and it's like you take advantage of the good that you have. Because instead of just living in the moment, like right now things are really good, but could something bad happen tomorrow? Like I'm not saying it, but I'm like, could something bad happen in my life? Not just this, but it's like, could something unexpected happen tomorrow? Yeah, but it's our fear and our ego is worried about, I need to know what's going to happen so I could protect. It's like, oh, hold on. You take, like, that's her phone. That's the reference I'm making. That's her phone. So it's like, I could be like that. And it's like, why? Because I'm trying to protect myself. But then what's the best case scenario? You find out something you don't want to find out. So now the rest of the day is a fight or it's a breakup, and then you're spiraling.
See, but that's
versus just being happy in the moment.
But that's when the trust issues come.
Yeah. Because
so when you start looking into people's phone, that's when you have trust issues, and that's when the relationship is not good.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it ends. Yeah, I did it. Like
he did it.
I did it.
But you know what? I did that shit on purpose.
And I found what I didn't want to find.
I did that shit on purpose, though.
Yeah.
I told him why, and I'm glad he understood. We got over that.
Yeah.
Last time, that was it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he learned from that.
Well, what I learned is like things could be really good at the moment, and then it's like, whatever. Like, because there were times where I didn't look at your phone, and then like something came up, and I was like,
but you always had thought about it though.
But I always thought about it. So my thought was on right. My thought was on, I'm gonna get betrayed again. It would be like in the beginning, it was like I didn't know who your ex was, but then I knew that it was like there was obviously somebody there, and it was like it took me a while to put together, and I'm like, but like. She knows me. My 3-dimensional mind is very, I guess, inquisitive. Where I'm going to sit there and I'm going to figure out everything. I'll go visit her at her house, and she'll take it as because she's used to me looking for a reason to be like, "What the fuck's all this? What's this?" And I'm trying to figure out like where. Because there was a time.
See, that's how you know your partner because you're like you already know how he is, and it's like he's gonna do this. I'm like I already knew he was gonna do that and he did.
Yeah, because I'll pick things up like. But it won't like because like she'll get to a point where she's like, "What do you think?" Well, like she thinks I'm accusing her or something. But I'll go in the room and you guys know me. I don't have a filter. I just say whatever the fuck pops in my head. Like I don't care. So I'll go in the room. Is this new? What's this? And I start seeing stuff. But I'm waiting for her to get ready, and she takes a while to get ready sometimes. So I'm looking. I'm like, "That's new. That's new." And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm autistic a little bit. I don't know. Like I'm like fucking trying to pick up something different. Not trying to. I just happen to like notice things. But it's like it's never anything bad. But she knows me as being that guy, so it's like she has to forgive and forget that part, and I have to forgive and forget the bad parts that happened. That's the only way you're going to go forward. And it's like trusting that, okay, you've become a new, better version of yourself, so they've become a new, better version of themselves. That's the whole trust. Because what's the best case scenario is caught you, and now you have to deal with the repercussions. But also, worst case, like what's it called? If you find something out later down the road, but you enjoyed every minute up until then, lived in the moment, then what do you have to worry about? Yeah, you're going to deal with a fallout after that because it's happened where it's like, you know, one of the times I wasn't looking for something, but I was thinking it. I wasn't looking, but then I saw it. So it's like when you got the trust of what has been brought in the darkness will be brought to the light. You know, the Johnny Cash said that, but I think it's from the Bible. I don't know that one for sure. But it's like, that's a true statement. What's been done in the dark will be brought to the light. So it's like if you trust God's got your back and like, you know, everything always works out in your favor, and that things are going to, like, if I'm getting played, it will be revealed. But why waste the rest of my life worrying about what might happen in the future? So that's my point on that. So don't get discouraged. Divine Fempress says, "Hey, she's really lucky to have you, Nick. You're a great guy and very handsome." Well, thank you, Divine Fempress. W Nick, thank you, Brooke. AJ Cosmo, I feel the same way. I prefer co-creator. Yeah, exactly. It's like it feels a little bit sacrilegious. I remember the first time I listened to Neville, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to hell. But this stuff sounds pretty good. Like because he goes, I say that you are God and God lives within you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to hell, but I'm depressed and this sounds good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I prefer co-creator with that too. I always imagined being I don't know who Ariana Lima is in my mind. I manifested 20K. That's awesome. Money is really easy for me. There you go. That's great. Can't wait to see your channel build through the new year, Nick. You've been so helpful and comforting. It's the stuff you were saying about family that's been happening. They keep bringing up the old story, trying to make it like they want to give helpful advice. So your family does want to give helpful advice. I mean, look, my family was there for me with all the fallouts with like when we would break up, but they see me with other stuff where it's like it didn't work out with girls before, and I was always, I didn't have like the best luck when I was younger. I always saw myself as like this fat, out of shape kid. So even after I got in shape, it's like I didn't see myself that way. So you could have the best body in the world, but if you think that you're a piece of shit still, like I'm just this fat slob, that's how you're going to be seen. So anyway, that's a little off track, but like my family saw me go through all this stuff too. We just had Christmas here the other day. She bought my mom and dad and brother a bunch of nice gifts, and they bought her nice gifts, and like we get along, and like everything's fine. But I just didn't put attention on it. They would say stuff like, I remember I was telling you this the other day, like when I first met you, my dad and one of my best friends was like sent me down. We went on a trip together, and they're like, "Look, you've had your fun. It's a cougar. Yeah, you did what you wanted to do." But you got to move on with your life. And like, but there was nothing bad that even happened yet. Like we stopped talking for a little bit. Those were like the first times where I was testing out like, And then we ran into each other at the gym and all this stuff, or like you'd reach out to me. And basically, yeah, that was, so family will always have their opinions, and you don't have to be mean to your family or anything. Just say, oh, thank you. Like I said, my mom always taught me this one in 1 year and out the other.
Exactly.
Like you hear it and that's it. But let's see, we got no questions there. That's the last one here. Healing and self-concept is key. I know the game is rigged in my favor. There you go. Great affirmations. All right. So you answered the first question and then their question.
Yeah, was just the first question still?
Yeah, we got 10 more. No. We probably do actually. We kind of covered a lot of this stuff though. It's like, so what did I think and feel was the other one when all this stuff was going on. And well, you guys already know it because you guys already know my side. So I don't know why I wrote that question. What were my opinions on relationships back then? My opinions were, it's like, I was like very red pilled about like, oh, all the women are like, I'm a romantic at heart. Like I like to like just see like the best of stuff and like old school romanticism and stuff like that. And then, but I was also like in the red pill stuff about like, you know what, fuck it, all women are hoes. They just want money and they want this and that. And that's what my thoughts were at that time. What were your thoughts on men and relationships at that time?
Is that when we first met?
Yeah, when we first met.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to answer that question because my thoughts were just like the next thing. If I break with somebody and the next day I meet somebody else, by all means, I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Because life is too short. Because at the end of the day, you don't even know if that person was the one that was meant for you.
Yeah.
And you're going to let that one go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is going to be hard. But that's why it's called like a relationship. That's why it's called getting to know that person.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I feel like at first, like, okay, for me, for example, okay, when me and you first met, going back to that, we were barely broken up with relationships.
Yeah.
And
I think that's why it was so laid back.
No, it is.
We both didn't care.
Like, for me, like, knowing the experience I had, for me, I was open-minded all the time. After the past relationships I had and experience I had, to me it was like, okay, whatever, I'll meet people, meet friends, whatever. If it gets to be more than friends, okay, cool. If not, then it was not meant to be. So it's going to the question. For me, it was like just having fun, enjoying myself. getting to know each other. And then, if we were meant to be friends, we're meant to be friends. If we were meant to be more than friends, then we were meant to be more than friends. But like I said, if you don't risk it, then you're never going to know. That's what I told my sister that one time.
Yeah.
When we met one time, she was asking me for advice because she also had kind of liked a younger guy.
Yeah.
And I told her, I mean, the only thing I could tell you is like, if you don't risk it, then you're never gonna know.
Yeah.
Either it's gonna be a bad experience or a good experience, but you're gonna have that experience.
Right.
Because if it doesn't work, then you'll already be prepared for a next person or relationship, whatever.
Right.
And if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. No, I agree with it. It's like, I feel like now, like, your opinion has changed on a little bit where you said like, oh, you're willing to risk it, where it's like before when you met, it's like first chance is trouble.
But it might take time though.
No, but I'm saying like, it
will take time.
But yeah.
Because it all depends on the experience you had.
Like,
if the most experience been bad, then it's gonna be a little bit harder.
Because your mind is programmed to think everyone's gonna fuck me over because I always. And which we both kind of came in with, we didn't care, we've been fucked over and stuff. And I was like out there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be playing the field now, like after I got laid with her, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get all these girls. And I was talking to like multiple women at the time. And then like, but she would be like, you want to hang out? Yes. And then like,
right away. What time? Okay, let's do this.
Yeah. And then I'm sure that there were other gentlemen callers for her. And then it would be like, I would be like, you want to do something? And then you were like, and then you're like, yep. And then like, so it was
because you want to enjoy yourself, you want to enjoy life, you want to just be out there, you just want to have fun. At that moment, you just want to have fun and be like, all right, whatever, life is too short not to be.
Right. And we would just keep like choosing each other. I think that was like the thing where I felt chosen for the first time in a long time in my life, because I'm like, you're used to like, oh, a girl's gonna like reject you or it's not gonna go very far or whatever.
But
so like
at the end of the day, either, let's say, like you said, if girls are gonna reject her or guys are gonna reject you, be like, all right, it was not meant to be, just keep on going, move on.
And that's how I felt. Like if she couldn't hang out, then one or two of the times, which I don't remember very many times. There was just one time where it was like when you did start ghosting, because I think it's because you went back with your ex or whatever at that time. But it was like you just started ghosting me, and I was like, what the fuck? We were just like best friends hanging out and having sex all the time. This was great. What happened?
But then the thing is that the only hardest part is that a lot of people don't understand about like where do you stand at.
Right.
For example, if you become an agreement to be like either friends with benefits or friends with no benefit, then that's an issue.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand that.
And look at manifesting worked. You said we would be just friends.
And you never understood that. It's like at first, like,
that's why my
people always
different.
But I mean, you like, it was hard more. I feel like it was more harder for you than me. Like I said,
because you have been through more relationships.
Exactly, and then for you, you're like, fuck. I'm like, why? Because
for me, I built this picture of you in my head of like who I thought you were.
And
so it's hard to believe.
It was harder for you because you just did not understand the fact is like we're just having fun and we're just enjoying ourselves.
Well, I understood it in the beginning, but then I understood in the beginning, and then I felt like you were getting closer to me, and I would say this: were you falling in love with me in the beginning?
At the beginning, not really.
No, but like at a certain point in the beginning.
I mean, at a certain point,
yes. That's
why
I wrote this question.
At a certain point,
like we met in April and towards the end of summer.
That was later.
It was like later down the time.
It was later down the time, yeah. But it was like no. It was too fast, too quick.
Okay, and then so it was like in the fall. Then if we met in the spring, it was in the fall.
Probably, more likely.
So she was falling then. And what were my fears all summer leading up to that? I was like, oh, I'm afraid she's going to fall in love with me. And like the first time like we hooked up, like we were in the parking lot, she kept kissing me. And like in the parking lot, and then like at the hotel, because I lived with my parents at the time, we're in the parking lot.
Oh
and then I text my friend who's like a ladies' man. I'm like, bro, yeah, she keeps calling me cortisone and stuff. He goes, oh, dude, you're dating her basically. And he was like breaking my balls. But I'm like, oh God, she's gonna fall in love with me.
He sucks for that.
And then she's gonna fall in love with me. I hope she doesn't fall in love with me. I'm like, I don't want to break her heart. And then because I was thinking I'm like a player at the time. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to break her heart. And and then the whole time it's like, oh, she was the one playing. And then finally you get to I caught feelings and stuff, but she was catching feelings at the same time. But it took a while for that manifestation to come in of her. Like my fears manifested. So whatever you're afraid of, you'll manifest, but also whatever you're expecting, you'll manifest. I was afraid of you catching feelings, and then you did. But then at that time,
that is true.
I do have a belief system of I'll always say whatever's on my mind because of what Greg Plitt said once. He died at 38 years old, but he always said if you ever feel something for someone or you want to tell them, you never know when your last time seeing them is going to be because you could die, they can die, whatever. He goes, so if you love someone, tell them. And I told her that, and then I'm like, but I had a fear. I wanted to tell you for a while. I'm like, she's gonna leave me because I started building up a different picture of you. I'm like, oh, this is a person who's gonna leave me. But it was always just curious, like, do your thoughts create and do people see you how you see yourself? And does this manifesting stuff real? And it turned out to be. Like, but yeah, so that was like the next question. So the PlayStation, drink some water.
What's something else? I don't know what that is.
That's the other PlayStation. Let's go play it. Okay. That one doesn't really matter. We'll skip that question. My fears and her response. Why would you leave? Okay, so basically, like in the times when you left, what were like the main reasons?
It could be. I don't know. It could have been anything. It could have been work, family, my kids, maybe confusion, maybe. It could have been a lot of things, honestly.
But it's like there was always a different reason, and it was always like, because
was,
for a while it was like, oh, you were too old for me. Was that one of them?
That was that was one of them. I was too old for you. I was
because that was one I thought about a lot.
Right. I was thinking about maybe that you wanted kids and I don't really want kids. I don't want kids. Marriage. I don't want marriage anymore.
Yeah.
And
those were both things that I didn't want anyway.
It was that. Like I said, life, like my kids, my granddaughter, work, the gym, but yeah, I feel like most of the time was that too. And like, I guess the stuff we were going through, I guess, like, I feel like sometimes there was a point that you just wanted to like move too fast. And it's like, no, just calm down. My mind was like, wait, you're too young still. You don't know what you want. Yeah, you have not experienced a lot of things. So it was just hard for me to just proceed a bunch of times, I feel.
Yeah. That was like, there's always something different. It's like, I know that you wanted to go back with your ex because that was one of the stories too.
Mm-hmm. That's
so it's like, thing. And I had a fear of that when I found out that there was an ex. I started fearing that, and then boom, right before Christmas.
But then this is why I also didn't want a relationship like that. That's why I just wanted to either have fun and enjoy yourselves, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the things that you never understood.
No, I did, but I was also stubborn. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I know that whatever you think about the most is going to come to reality. And it's like, I know that she can make me better, and I know I can make her better. And and we can just make each other's lives better. And that's what I was so sure about. I was willing to risk everything. I got humiliated. My family was like disappointed in me. My friends were disappointed in me. I lost friends over it. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of stuff happened, but I'm like, that's one of those things in life. It's like whether it's a relationship or goals or anything like that, it's like you have to be so stubborn that like, no, like just because this doesn't work for other people, it's going to work for me. And it's like, I'm no different than anyone else. We're like, everybody's equal. And if it worked for someone else, it's going to work for me. That was like my mindset on all of it.
Yeah.
But it was like,
that's one of the things we both disagreed in a bunch of things, because you had a certain type of mentality and I had a certain different type of mentality.
And I would both change
and that's one of the things that pissed me off, that it was hard for me to like, just to hang out. It was just frustrating because it's like, dude, come on. Like, he does not get it. It's just the fact that I don't want a freaking relationship. I just want to have fun, enjoy myself, because mind you, I had just fall off a relationship.
Right.
And it was just like, like either are you going to understand or not? Because if you're not going to understand, then there's no point of just hanging out, and even just as hanging out.
Right. But what made you keep saying yes to hanging out? See, that was the next
because
part.
like I said, I want to enjoy myself. And if you are going to give me that, I'm like, okay, we're both going to enjoy yourself. Okay. Yeah. But that's it.
But even
no more than that.
No, I'm saying there were times where you even thought about that, where it was like, you knew that it would not be like, you were like, oh, I knew this was going to turn out this way, but then you would still hang out and you still like.
Because at the end of the day, I thought you were different, though. Yeah. I thought you were like, because you always kept on telling me, no, I get it. And then at the end, I'm like, no, you don't get it.
But then, yeah, see, that was the thing. How did you know I changed when you had no
Because
contact
I
with
saw
me?
actions though, little
No,
by
but when you
little,
couldn't
when
see.
you no, but little by little, when you showed that you started to be different, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, he's kind of getting it already.
But where
You
did
know.
those, and I'll say this, where did the actions come from too? Would be my thoughts first. It became natural to take those actions where you're more laid back. It's like, all right, for some of us, it's like, okay, you got to get hurt a bunch of times where it's like, you know what? You're lucky. I'm even giving you a chance. So that was like the way I started thinking about it. It's like,
Not really,
that was-
because that was your mentality.
no,
For
but
me,
that was my mentality.
that
'cause
was
that-
exactly
to
that
move
was
forward.
your
Yeah, yeah.
mentality.
Yo, yeah, that's why I'm making the point of my mentality, and then you go yours. It's my turn. So my point was, my mentality changed, and then I didn't know if you felt it when, like, did you feel my mentality change when we were not even talking? So like basically, I was blocked and you couldn't see me anywhere on social media, but then you would reach out again, or the
Because
time
I
would be
thought
like-
you changed.
but yeah, without knowing anything, you just felt it in your heart, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but then you kept on showing me different. You're like, no,
Okay,
you're
but
not
well,
changed.
that's the point though. The point I was making was like, because when you're apart from the person, and here it's kind of back to Brooks' point. When you're apart from the person, it's very easy to. It's
I
very,
need more juice.
yeah. Don't say what it really is.
I need juice. That's what
So-
I'm saying. I need juice.
So basically, get your juice after this point. Like, so the point is when
See what I mean? I need to get juice when I do these lives.
yeah, you got to get juice happy. start juicing.
Jesus Lord.
So basically,
Ah.
I would change my mentality and my mindset and everything when she didn't even know. But then out of nowhere, she'd get a feeling like I should message him because you kept thinking about me, which was
Because you know
affirmations.
what?
And then
Because
you
I
would
had
say
told you
maybe he
before.
changed.
Because I had told you before, okay, we had so many good times. We had enjoyed ourselves. So it's like, okay, at least if we become good friends, it will be good. Because at the end of the day, I cared about him, you know, because we did a lot of things for each other. And it's like, it's fucked up that we just like let it go like that. I'm like, can we just be friends and each just hang out and just have fun? And he was like, yeah, it's okay. We could do that. But then it turned out to be different. I was like, I can't talk to this person. I'm done.
My
I
mentality-
can't do this.
This was the manifesting mentality.
Oh my
If I could
God.
put one foot in the door, I know I could get in.
Jesus Lord. I was like, okay, this is over with.
That's why-
This is, you know what I mean? It's just like,
That's why, ladies, guys don't want you to have male friends, because if they got a foot in the door, they know that they could score.
oh my
Like-
God, you know, it's just, can we just have fun and just forget about this relationship crap? I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
I just want to have fun and enjoy myself. And then later on, you know,
See where it goes. Yeah.
see where it goes. But no, people don't
And
understand
it was like I always kind of understood what she was doing, but I'm like, I gotta prove it wrong. But the problem was when we're like, okay, why do I have to manifest their back so many times? It's because I kept trying to change things in the 3D, like force it together. Like, no, instead of just trusting my mind. And like I said, when I said live in the moment and enjoy the little moments, I was just enjoying. At the point, we got to that point of like, oh, I'm just enjoying living life with her, hanging out with her, and it's like whatever happens. And it's like when we became official, it'll be 3 years now in February.
Was it?
Yeah,
Brother,
think-
man.
yeah.
It's been 2.
I thought 2 too, but I'm thinking 3 now.
I think it's 2.
Is it 2?
It's gonna be 3 this year.
No, but I'm saying
Well,
February.
not this year. Next year.
Because it was around February 2026. February will be 3, I think. I gotta look at the videos and all that stuff, but we don't even know our own anniversary. But like we became official when
It
I
happened
was
all of a sudden.
I was sitting on the couch over there, and then we were talking.
You know the funny thing. I'm sorry,
Oh,
babe.
go ahead.
I had told my son one time, I was just messing with him
Uh-huh.
because, you know, like he sometimes has issues with his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, yes, I'm single. I'm like, yes, I know, son, I'm single too. He's like, Mom, shut up. I was like, what? I'm single too. He goes, no, Mom, we are not related to that. I'm like, what? I could be single. He's like, Mom, but you're not. Okay, you're not.
That's funny
I'm
that
like,
out of nowhere that
I'm like, damn.
he became my biggest defender, which was funny out of nowhere
Right,
too.
for real.
Like when we have fights and stuff, he was the one telling you to stay with me.
Even my
Too.
daughter says it too.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my God, Mom, it's just so hard. But yes, we somewhat like him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mostly your son. I was like, yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
just
like-
was trying to mess with him and he just couldn't take it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're not.
Because it's
I'm
like
like, yes, I could be single. He's like, no, mom, you're
No,
not.
not on my watch.
He's like, no, mom, no, you're not. I'm like, whatever. I could do whatever I want. He's like, no, mom, you're not single. And then he left. I'm like, okay.
I was just thinking, I just had like a flashback moment to like if this was before like I was still in my old mentality, I would have freaked the fuck. I would have been sitting here like so fucking pissed off. Like, why the fuck did you say that? Why would you even joke about that? But it's like you learn to like be relaxed, and so that was like when we became official. Did we still have problems after we became official? Yeah, but like because like the old story, like you said, Brooke, the old story will pop up. Like you have no other choice. Like it's gonna pop up. It's just how you approach it, how you respond to it. So like when we became official, I was sitting on the couch and she got up and I didn't want her to drive home drunk. And I'm like, come on, like I was buzzed too. And I'm like, I'm not driving you because I don't want it, and I don't want you getting an Uber with a stranger. Her friend was out having a good time that night. And I'm like, don't call your friend. Don't just here. I'll sleep on the couch. You sleep in the bed, whatever. And then tomorrow I'll take you home, and then that's it. That'll be the end of it. And then she's like, oh, I'm gonna walk out that door. And then you were saying something like, oh, you're gonna be sad if I walk out the door. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't get up off the couch. And I remember thinking, like, I'm like, I had this affirmation, everything works out in my favor, and somehow this is gonna work out good. I just kept telling myself that in my head. It was like a prayer in my head that this is somehow gonna work out in my favor. He's like, do you want me to walk out the door? I'm like, no, I want to be in a relationship with you. And you're like, well, why don't you ask? And then I was like, and then I'm like, are you going to be sad if I let you walk out the door? You're like, yeah. And then I'm like, so do you want to be my girlfriend? You're like, yeah. And then I'm like, all right. Then it was like a fight. Like, that's how we became official. And then like, it's just like so much emotions in the thing. And it was like, but I remember thinking, I'm like, God damn, those affirmations did work. Like, I was affirming while it was happening. So yeah, there's that.
Before you go to the next question, I gotta get some juice.
Okay, go get juice, and I'm gonna read the next question on here.
Yes. Oh, I mean, don't forget TikTok.
Yeah, no, TikTok doesn't have any viewers. A lot of people are just like, I don't think that anyone asked anything on here. Let me just make sure, guys. I'll answer. I think we only had one person here. Damn, we got a lot of viewers over there for a second. Yeah, I don't know if that lady sent me a gift on TikTok too. I don't know if she was taking a shot at me or my coaching or what, but whatever. What were the loving thoughts you both had for each other that led to the reunion of your relationship? So I'll go while we're waiting for her to come back. My loving what the fuck is this? I don't know why that was like that. I guess I had to like lock in. He had to lock a puzzle piece in. So my loving thoughts for her was like, I desire Lily, so Lily desires me. I'm in love with Lily, so Lily loves me. I kept like that was some of my favorite affirmations. I'm like, everything's working out in my favor. You guys know a lot of my favorite ones. I'm trying to think of something unique that maybe I've left out before. A lot of it was dwelling in like a lot of inner conversations. So I would go back to like a good memory of us together, and then I would catch that feeling or that mood of like how we felt in that moment. And then it's like, okay, let me move us to a different scene where it's something in the future. She's doing laundry right now. I would move us to like a different scene or something in the future that we talked about doing. And I would visualize that, but I already have the mood and the feeling from the previous thing that I already know happened. So I'd trick my mind like that. And then it was like a lot of forgiveness. Like I did like a very good like meditation the one time that got me through to forgive all the stuff that happened. And then realizing too what unconditional love is. It's like, do I love her unconditionally? Unconditionally, it means literally what it says, but we don't think about it. Unconditionally means without condition. So this person could show up in any way possible and you're still going to love them no matter what. Like, it's like, think about your parents. Obviously some people got like real bad parents, but it's like, for the most part, we all have parents, and it's like, we have a good relationship with, but we might, see it like, we might see our parents in a different light sometimes, but then they might appear differently, like in terms of they'll act a different way that we're not used to, but we don't hate them. It's like, even though this is the condition you have now, you still love them unconditionally. So that was like the feeling I had to move with. Josh wants to know, what were the loving thoughts that you both had for each other that led to your reunion/union in the relationship? Like I was saying, my affirmations were like, I'm in love with Lily, so Lily loves me. We always have a great time together. Things always work out in my favor. This is a great relationship. She misses me. That's her email shit that goes off.
Yeah.
Like it's writing things. What do you call it? And I was talking about like I would go back to a good memory we had, and I would focus on that, and then I would think about a memory. I would think about a future thing that we never did, but we used to talk about, and I would place us there, and I would just imagine it. So like he was saying, like, what were your thoughts?
I feel like what it was that it came to the point of where we at right now is just the fact that the way we both changed for each other. And I mean that I feel like that it's a big plus.
Yeah.
Because we both had issues, we both had a lot of things going on in our lives, families, relationship, friends, and all of that. And I feel like we both risked a lot of it. I feel I feel like, you with your parents and me with my kids, especially my parents. Remember the experience I told you about with my aunt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that was funny.
Yeah, her aunt didn't know that there was an age gap.
Yeah, and, that's a big plus because we both changed for each other. I felt like we both did a lot of things for each other, for our families, and especially for my kids. That's a big plus for me. Like when it comes to my kids and my granddaughter, it's over with. And then it was just the fact that what the memories we both had, the stuff we did together, how we both are open-minded in certain things. Yeah, certain things. And how
there's certain things where we both are never going to see the same.
It's just the fact, the risk that we both took, it's just a lot of things that it took in order for us to just like literally be like, you know what, both y'all gotta sit down and just fucking like relax.
Yeah.
And just try to give yourself a chance, because it's been a lot of times when I had prayed that if Nick was not the one for me, just get him out of my life.
And I used to pray the same
so
thing.
Many times.
I prayed the same thing.
It's so many times, and it's just like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I prayed, I'm like, God, make me hate her. And then I learned unconditional love. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So it has to do with that too. I have prayed, like, trust me, it has become, I feel like it has become serious when I feel like when it has become serious when you pray to God that, to remove that person out of your life. If he's not the person meant for you, just get him out of your life. And just either let me be alone or just be with that person. If not, just get him out of my life. I had prayed so many times for a very long time, and we're still here.
I did the same thing for months and months and a year and 2 years, and I was like, God, just let me hate her, and I couldn't. Yeah.
So it has to do with that. Yeah, it's the way we both changed we both changed in a lot of things for the best, and it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's been pretty good for the past. How long we've been together? Relationship by 2 years, I think.
Officially 2. I think it's 3 now, because
I feel like it's 2. It's gonna be.
We gotta look it up.
I feel like it's gonna be 3 this in 2026.
Possibly. I gotta look at my time. I gotta
look at the live, because we actually did it.
We did a live. We did one the day after or something like that.
No, it was that day. Then we actually did mention it on live.
Yeah, we did, and you were like, okay, so we gotta go back. I would go back on one of these, but the laptop's not in here. Usually the laptop I can scroll back and look, but
no, yeah, we said it.
Let's call it 2 to 3 years.
I remember.
Let's
because
we're like,
I feel because it's like, well, you know what? Let's make it just official. We're like, yeah, you know what? Whatever. We made it live in front of everybody.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, because we did it when we were on the couch like that, and then
no, we were here.
But we had the thing when we were on the couch. I remember that you were ready to walk out the door. I was ready to stay in the couch.
We were here.
Was that a different time we got back together though?
No, when we made it official, it was here.
Yeah, we did do it in front of the camera too.
Yeah, it was here.
So what the fuck in my memory?
I don't know.
But do you remember that day when you were ready to walk out the door?
It was here.
I know, but do you remember that other story where you were?
That was a different totally story.
That's a different story. Okay, so I got my stories mixed up. So we did go live with the relationship here. Okay. Well, there's that. See, all of it. There's so many breakups that all runs together. So you remember the other story then? Okay, that's the important part. That story did happen. And I thought we became official after that.
That was when we were here live.
So did we go live the next day?
we were live and we said it. Okay, fine, we made it official.
All right. The point is,
Move on.
They happen around the same time.
I know
All
he's
right.
gonna look it up.
I'm gonna look it up later. I gotta make
I know
sure.
you will.
You guys know me. I have to have the receipts. When I manifest anything, I have the receipts. All the money I
Yeah,
manifest.
he's gonna send it to me later.
I kept all the money that I manifested too. I didn't even use it for anything else. I kept that stuff cash. All the money that was manifested out of nowhere because it's a receipt. It's more valuable to me that way. So I said, well, the next one was, what did you think when I was gone? How often did you? We can answer this one. How often did you think about me?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have certain memories pop up? Did they match mine? Which we already know the story where you kept telling me stuff about the beach, and I was thinking about the beach. Yeah.
We did.
You kind of answered this one too. Why did you think you wanted to be with me? Did you feel? Oh, did you feel like being manifested was manipulative, or did you feel like it was something that like it just was natural, was going to happen anyway?
I mean, I think it was just natural. I feel.
Yeah. So that was something I always felt bad. I'm like, oh, is this evil or is this bad? But I mean, in my research, I don't think it is because if there's, I mean, we're both happy.
Like
if you do it to hurt somebody, I feel like then it's bad.
I feel like you really care about that person and you really worry about that person. There's nothing bad. You're not doing nothing evil. You're not doing no voodoo shit. You're not doing no satanic type of shit or anything like that. It's just mind. Right.
It is. It's all just your mind. It's like you're doing stuff that makes you feel good in the moment, thinking about that person, and naturally, because we're all connected to each other, they're feeling it too. Like. Look at, and you guys know the stories. It's like, and you can vouch. How mean were you? Like, and like putting down the thing where it's like, I'm never going to speak to you again, and blocking me everywhere, and saying stuff. So it's like, if this person is not that person anymore, and I'm not the guy who's like, please, begging. It's like, then this is not the.
It was horrible.
It's like so like if that's how you know people change, and it all starts with your mind. People would change when you change the way you see yourself.
Yeah,
because people will respect you. Yeah. Well, that's not it. Is that what do you feel we are? Oh wait, so that can answer that question. Do you also agree with the thing? There's two questions. First of all, did you regret being manifested or this manifestation process or this relationship?
No, because it's not something bad. It's just something that you just do.
Yeah. I mean, and then life happens because the last time before we got back together too, it was like, fuck, I'm getting my times mixed up. We were official another time too. Whatever. We've known each other for 5 years and we've been official multiple times.
Okay, babe.
So, because there's another memory I'm having right now too. But where's the thing? Did you ever regret it? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say you becoming religious was like a thing that kind of helped, right?
It was, but then it did help. But I had honestly, I had started to become more and more religious when mommy came into my life.
Oh, okay. But the stuff that we were experiencing, it wasn't very Christian when I was getting dealt. That's why I felt that you weren't like that. That's why I didn't feel you were Christian before.
At first, no. Like, when we first met, no.
I'm like, how could someone be this mean and Christian?
When we first met, we weren't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. When mommy came into my life, which mind you, this mommy is my best friend's mom. She's Christian, a beautiful, wonderful person. I love her so much.
She calls me the pastor.
And yeah, she does. And I feel like if it wasn't for her, it would have been a different story.
With what else?
With everything in general. Just everything is just the fact that we were up through like nights and days just talking about the Bible and God, and it just woke me up in so many different ways. And it made me think different. I think it took some time because I learned a lot, but little by little, I think just it made me think differently. I feel not only towards you, but like towards family, friends, and because it took me a long time in order for me to talk to my mom and my dad, and I felt like it had to do with it a lot. So it just changed a lot of my decision, my choices mentally, and like in a lot of things. Because a lot of things that I did were so wrong, and it just made me change everything about people, family, and friends, and everything. So it did help me out a lot.
Yeah, and it's funny.
It did.
Funny when with the whole religion thing too was I didn't know this. So like when we broke up the one time, it was in the summertime when one really bad thing happened, and what's it called? I was really mad like about that. Like that one was the closest I came to hating you. I'm like I fucking can't stand her, and I remember like praying for God to help me like sever the connection completely. And I had this vision when I was meditating. I was hiding at work and I was meditating, and I was like in the dark. And then like I had this vision where it's like I felt the all-encompassing light, which I would associate with this Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I heard Neville's voice telling me some of the Bible lines and some of the stuff from like manifesting and going like, and then all my family dead and alive were all there too, and my friends, and like the light circle of light kept growing, but out in this darkness, I see Lily, and I'm like, and then the feeling that would be kind of pushed like from Jesus, but then it was like Neville's there too. It's like, and I heard it in Neville's British Barbadian accent where he goes, does she deserve to be left out? And I was like, this is where I learned unconditional love. So I'm like, no. And then so in my book, instead of manifesting her back, I just wrote good stuff for you. I wrote Lily's lost, Lily's found, Lily has, she's all over the place. She's got a direction. And then I felt you were depressed. And then I found out later, because then you messaged, like when I sent you this message, I didn't want to message you. This is what I mean about inspired action. I wasn't going to send you a message. I said, if I still want to send it tomorrow, I won't. And then I went and I took my nap at a place where, I don't want to say it. There's a place where I take frequent naps. I don't want to. I don't want to give away my location. My location for napping, but it was
I think
it was in
that
the morning.
a lot of like I feel like if a lot of people will actually give the Bible a chance, I feel like it's gonna make them rethink a lot of things, and it will make more sense.
Yeah, and then it was funny though, because when I wrote that and I had this thing, it felt like something was pushing me to message you. I'm like, fuck, and I wrote you a long essay on Snapchat because it was the only place I wasn't blocked still. And I'm like, look, I don't really care.
That's how bad I was.
Like I was like, I don't, and it's like you were the one who fucked up too. And I was like, goddamn it. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like, despite you did all this stuff, I'm mad, like whatever, but I forgive you. I love you no matter what, blah, blah, blah. I send her this whole long message. I'm like, if you ever need me, let me know. And then I go to sleep. I'm like, she's going to respond. And I have my phone here. It's like, and I'm like, yep. And I look up a little bit. It says you're typing. I'm like, I do. And then what's it called? And then I like felt that sense of love and stuff. And then we go to our taco place that we go to, and we sat there drinking and talking from 11 a.m. to like till they closed 5, 6. No, maybe not. Well, we were just there like 5 or 6. So like 6, 7, 8 hours we were there. You were telling me about therapy. You're telling me about the Bible. You're telling me about everything. But you're going through a horrible depression. And then maybe it's not a coincidence that I know the Bible so well from school and stuff like that. That you were led back to me and stuff. I know it pretty good. It's like a shout out to Nancy, because Nancy's like, she goes other manifesting coaches like do the Bible stuff. And she goes, when you say it, I actually understand what the stories are. So shout out to Nancy for that. It's making me want to do like some Bible stories and do the thing. But so there's that. So I mean, so that was something that, but I would have never, the point of that whole story leading up to that was, I would never expected in a million years she was going to be religious. We answered that already. Could you feel or sense my emotions in a breakup? You kind of already said that. What did it feel like? Like, I don't know. Like, did you feel or? Kind of, she did answer that, I guess.
I mean, I feel good. I feel good. I feel like, it's like, well, I mean, how am I gonna be able to leave this? Like, let this person go? Like when we're going through our issues, I feel like, how can it be possible like we cannot at least be friends?
Yeah. And
just just keep on having a good, nice relationship, like even just being friends, even though we don't have to be in our like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, right?
Because especially if a man loves a woman, he wants to put his wiener inside. Yeah. So the friend thing doesn't work. It lasted maybe less than a month.
So it was kind of hard for me, and it was sad. And it's just like, okay, like, because I knew that if I at least wanted to be friends, he wasn't gonna be able to accept that because I already knew how he felt. But I felt like if we don't, like you say, if we don't give it a chance or risk it, okay, fine, you know. And then if not, then I'm just gonna let myself go and just like leave, you know. And even though if it hurts or whatever, it's like, okay, then we can't be friends, and we just can't be friends.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And
but then you made it harder.
I took my
You
stand.
made it harder. No, because he made it harder for me because yes, you know what? You're right. We could be friends.
Because I put my foot in the door.
I'm like, okay, we could be friends. We could have fun. We were good. But then he was like, no, how can you be like this? No, I cannot do this. No, I was like, oh my God, you just said not that long ago we could be friends and just have fun.
I thought it was like the friends with benefits.
You know?
So I was like, wait, so I gotta find out you're fucking other dudes and just be your friend?
It was just hard.
It's like
hard.
Well, it's because you gotta see it from a man's point of view. A man's like, okay, I've been down there, I've been in there. This is for me. No other guy can go there. That's mine now. That's how it is. So if we
thing is that we just overcome all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Would you have ever done this before with anyone else? You said no.
No, never. I would not. I would not.
And you've been in a longer relationship than this. You've been in a longer relationship than I even know you.
Oh yeah.
What and why am I special? Or what made this special? There's nothing you can point to, or is it just something?
We just have a bunch of stuff that we are related to.
But what about other people you were in longer relationships with, who you had more in common with, who you had a whole life with, and like family?
Because I feel like none of the people I've been with had overcome what you did. It still do. I mean, it still do. Yes. So it's like, yeah, this might be the one.
Yeah.
This might be the one. So we're still going at it.
Yeah. Day by day. Now I'll say it. You're lying. How did it feel learning about me manifesting? Did you feel it was Christian? Oh no, we said that one. I was writing all this stuff while we were cooking meals. So like I was coming in here writing.
And now you did a good job though.
Yeah, I did pretty good. I got a good structure.
You did a lot in like, how long was it? 20, 15?
5-10 minutes I did this in the first 5-10. It's like, could you feel when I made change? You said that one too. All right, we're done with all our questions. If you guys got questions, let us know. Then we got 2 people here, 0 people there. But if you have anything you want to add, feel free.
I mean, we kind of covered a bunch of stuff.
I try to think of every question that they would have asked me about, like, because at the end of the day, too, guys, it doesn't matter, like, what my specific person, my girlfriend, thinks about me and my relationship. It serves as an example of like anything is possible. You could overcome anything. Like,
it's not only relationship wise, it's about everything in general.
Right. There's a lot of things where it's like, look, technically when I tore the pec, the doctor was like, oh, I wouldn't lift anymore. I wouldn't go heavy. You were with me the other day. I got to get 225 again. I have not hit that pretty good like that in 4 years with good form, feeling good. So it's like, that was something where it's like, I wouldn't give up again and again. Every couple months I would try it again. And it's like, so that's a working out aspect. Same thing with like looking for jobs. I went through, when I was manifesting my way up to that other job, the only action I took was if I receive a phone call from someone, I would go on the interview or I will take the phone call. That didn't change either. It's like, eventually it did change. I mean, I got the new job, but it was like, I wasn't doing anything to get these jobs. I just said, hey, I'm looking for jobs. I get jobs sent to me from the trade. And it's like, at the last minute, I got the one that I got now. Great fucking job. Like, and it's like, so it's like everything in my life, it's like, it's always been a little like, it's not just a relationship, but it all starts within you. So it doesn't matter what that boss says, what the people hiring you say, what your ex says, what your family says, what anybody else says. It all matters about what you think about yourself. Because you can see right here, it's like, and I'll say it on both sides, like whatever I was thinking or feeling, she was feeling that, but I pick stuff up like when I notice there's something bothering her without even knowing. Like, that's why sometimes I'll send her a message or something. I get like bad dreams and stuff. So like, I'll think maybe it means something. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's almost, you can sense each other like that too, which, you guys have that connection with with your relationship. So whether it's here now or not, but you know, it's just a testament of like nothing is impossible, I
Yeah.
guess.
Exactly.
But
I don't know. You want to go through those messages?
no, that was
What's
just
in there?
somebody. That was just somebody.
Comments?
No, that's just somebody listing out all their affirmations.
Okay.
So, with that, we don't got no viewers here. We got one here, but with that, love you guys very much. Next Monday at noon, I mean, we'll be back to normal because I'll be up at 5 a.m. because she'll be leaving for work that day.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to see more with Lily, drop it down below. We have the membership thing. We also have the Nick and Lily page. I have to re-put it on her phone. She got logged out of it. So she could upload some stuff, but that's just like more fun or like goofy stuff that we have with us. I've got a lot of things written down for like next year. We've got other channels and stuff, but you know, dominantly I'll be here. Muscular Mystic, I'm updating what's going on with the carnivore diet, which is something I'm doing now. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming, but if you guys want to see more of her here on Mystic, or if you got questions for her, ask it down below. And if you want to join the Discord, Lily's in the Discord as well, so am I. So we go live and we do group meditations on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If it changes, which it does subjectively change at times, I will keep you guys updated. But with that, I love you guys very much. Thanks for watching. Love you. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. It's hard to turn them both off. Like this one's still on. Do one at a time.
Mm-hmm.